Alright, the first video that we're going to look at is chapter 2.0. A couple things. I already have Solidworks open, and I'm going to go here and go to File, New, and what I want to do is create a 3D part. So I'm going to click that and hit OK. And if you look down here, we're in millimeters. We need to be in inches, pounds, second. So I'm going to click it, and you can see it changed to IPS here. Also, I can click this icon, go to Document Properties, go to Units, and I'm in IPS here. And here you can change the decimal places that you need. I'm just going to leave them the way they are. Under drafting standards, I'm going to go to annotation, make sure it's ANSI, make sure everything is ANSI, like here, and hit OK. Couple things we're going to go over. The first is the adjuster design, and if you look in the book, they give you dimensions. What we want to do is go to Sketch, choose Sketch here, and if they don't tell you which plane, I'm just going to pick the front plane, and here we have our origin. And if you look at the dimensions they give you, I'm going to go to my line command and left click. I'm going to come here till I get that orange. You can see where it turns orange, and I'm going to lead it. We're going to kind of do things the hard way first, where you can learn this, and then I'll show you an easier way later. I'm just going to come out here, lead it in the direction I want to go. Now if I go here, you can see how it's going to be crooked or skewed. But this is straight. I'm going to left click, then I'm going to go to Smart Dimension, click that line, drop down, left click, and type in 2.5, enter. Okay, I'm going to check that off. I'm going to go back to line command, go back to my origin, go straight up, click it anywhere, doesn't matter. Go to Smart Dimension, click this, type in 2.5, enter, check it off, go to line, and again, this is the hard way to do it, but just one way of learning how to draw parts. Smart Dimension, 0.75, and all my dimensions are coming off of the book that you have. Go to line, I'm going to come here, click it anywhere, go to Smart Dimension, 0.75, enter, check it off, line, click it, Smart Dimension, 1.75, enter, and it should close out here. Go to orange dot to orange dot. Check it off. Okay, I'm going to hold down my, well, let me back that up. If you make a mistake here, you can always go and it'll take away the last step. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm holding down my scroll. There's a little round wheel right in the middle of your mouse that you can roll it back and forth, or you can hold it down and spin like this. Okay, for right now, that's what we're going to do. Now, I'm going to go, I'm going to get out of sketch mode. I'm going to exit sketch, and I'm going to go to Feature. Extrude Boss Base. I'm going to click it, left click it, and it's defaulted at 0.1. I'm going to change that to 2.5 inches, and I'm going to check that off. Okay, now I have my first 3D sketch that turned into a 3D object. Okay, I'm going to go back to sketch mode, go to sketch, and I'm going to click the very top of this. You can see it light up orange. I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to go up to this, and I'm going to just click this top part here and get a top view of it. And you can see it gives a shadow. I want to turn that off, so I'm going to go here and take away the shadow. Okay, I'm going to go back to my line command, and I'm going to pick that corner right in the origin, and I'm going to lead it in this direction. Click it anywhere as long as it's straight. Smart dimension 2.5, enter. Line, see how it turns orange again. Lead it in the direction. You can make it real short, it doesn't matter as long as it's straight. Click it, smart dimension 2.5, enter. Line, click it, smart dimension, and these all left clicks. 0.75, enter. Line command, up, click it, smart dimension 1.75, enter. Line command, and just bring it all the way over till you get to this line. You can see it light up orange. Click it, and then go up to your origin till that dot turns orange, and click it. Exit sketch. Okay, and I'm going to hold down my scroll button in the middle, and I'm just going to roll it around until I get it something like this where I can see everything. And I'm going to get out of sketch mode and go to feature, extrude boss base, and I'm going to roll. I'm just using that scroll button and rolling it where I can see what's going on. And you can see how it's trying to go from this surface up. I want it to go down. So I'm going to click right here and then check it off. Okay? Now we're going to go back to sketch. I'm going to go to sketch mode, click on this surface. I'm going to go to circle. And I'm just going to pick a spot anywhere out here. Left click it, and it's asking for the radius 0.375, and you can see it made the hole here. Go to smart dimension, and we know this is 2.5, and I want to put it in the middle, so I'm going to click this line, and I'm going to go to the center, and I'm going to make that 1.25. And then I'm still in smart dimension, so I can go from this line to the center and type in 0.875, enter. Okay, I'm going to check that off. I'm going to exit sketch. I'm left clicking all of this. I'm going to go to feature. This time we don't want to add material, we want to cut. So I'm going to go to extrude cut, click it. And you can see it's already picking up that hole, and I'm going to check that off. And that's our first model that we're going to do here. Okay, so what you want to do is go to File, Save As, and save that on your jump drive as Chapter 2.0. And I'm just going to save mine on the desktop, Chapter 2.0, and hit save. Okay, now that's the first part. You got your model. Now we need a blueprint, so we're going to go back to File, New, and we don't want a part this time, we want a drawing, so we're going to click Drawing and hit OK. And we're using B and C landscape, which is 11 by 17. Now there's a bunch of other, you can browse. They have a bunch of templates, and you can even use your own title block from your company. But for right now, I'm just going to use B ANSI Landscape and hit OK. Alright. Now, we're ready to bring in our views, and it's pretty neat. They already have, this is where it makes it a lot easier, because we're going to go to our palette that we have on the side over here, to the view palette, and you can see on mine it's the fourth one down in the yellow, what they call the view palette. I'm gonna click it, and it's asking me what drawing, you know, because the computer doesn't know. You got to lead it to where you saved your model. And I saved mine on the desktop, so I'm going to browse. I'm on the desktop. Here's my chapter 2.0, and I'm going to hit open. And it brings in all these views. Well, here's my front view that I want. So I'm going to hold down my left mouse and drop this in. Okay? And I'm going to come over here and let's see, we can drop that in. But it's not, I'm just going to drop this one here because we're going to move it. So all I did was left click all of those. Now I'm going to grab this with my left mouse and move that over here. Okay? Now, it's not giving me any hidden lines, so I want to come over here and choose hidden lines visible. So I'm going to click this, and now you can see the hidden lines have showed up. I want to go to custom scale, and I'm going to scroll this button up to user define, and it's 1:1 right now. I'm going to try 0.75 or 1:1. Let's see, we got to change one of these. 0.75, that's the wrong one, so I'm going to back that up to 1. Let's see if we can change this first one. 0.75. Okay, that looks good. Go to this one, user define, change that first number to 0.75. Same deal over here, click it, and now everything is to the proper scale. Now you could come over here and click this one and highlight only that view and check it off, and now you have a shaded view of that isometric view, and we have our front, top, and right side. Okay, now we want to go to Annotate, Smart Dimension, and I'm going to pick let's see, what do we have here? I want to go from here to here, Smart Dimension. And if you notice, this drawing, I forgot to change it to millimeters, so I got to go back to inches. And again, I changed that to IPS. That's why I was getting the weird symbols. So we're learning here as we go. I want to go to Document Properties. I'm in ANSI. I want to go to units, and I'm in IPS, so I'm good now. So now when I go back to Smart Dimension, choose this circle here. Let's try that again. Smart Dimension. Drop the 250 in. Check that off. Smart Dimension. Point to point. Get my 5. Check it off. Smart Dimension. Drop that in. I'm still in Smart Dimension. And we can go put that in. And you want to space these out. You want to have the same space, you know, kind of make it look neat. Smart Dimension. Let's see, what else are we missing? Let me go back here to center mark, center line. Put my center line here and here for that. Check that off. Smart Dimension. And here to there. Smart Dimension. Zoom in where you can see it. Drop that in. Okay. And you can see it's pretty easy. You want to fill in your title block, and you could continue with your dimensions. Like a hole is always going to have 3 dimensions. It's going to have X and Y and the diameter. Drop that one in. Here to there. Drop that in. Okay. And you can, we'll talk about this later, it's rounding that off to 2 places, which that's what I told it to do here. And you can always go back up to your options, document properties, and change that here. But for right now, we're just going to leave that. You're still under the Annotate. Go to Note. Drop in. Just say Chapter. And it's already on there, but you could give it another name if you like. Or, you know, it could be anything here. Go back to Note, and I would put your name here. And yes, I've had some students to type in your name and turn that in. And what you want to do is go to File, Save As, Chapter 2.0, save it at the same place as you did your part. And so for every, there may be a few more dimensions we need to add, but for right now you get the picture on this. For every part that we do, we're going to do a model, and then we're going to do a blueprint. So this is the first lesson, and we'll continue with the second one shortly.